Well, hello Flosstube and welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela and this is Flosstube number 9. Wow, where are the weeks and the months going? Because today is the 1st of September. I can't believe we've had August already. So today I'm going to be sharing with you what I've been working on, review of August and what I'm going to be doing in September, as well as a really big disaster that happened this week. So let's get started with what I've been working on this week so far. And the first one is Ornament Healing Rose by Carol Cavaleris. That's the chart there. And this week I have done 436 stitches and I've spent just 2 hours on it, so not much on that one. But I do love that it is in blocks of colour. There's not much confetti in this, it's just really big blocks of colour, which I really love. Yeah, so I just think it's coming out so pretty already. So that was that one. So that one really didn't get much time on it. And then I did a bit on my mini virus detected, which is, here's the chart. And this is by Randall Spangler. And this one is stitched on 20 count 2/1. What I should have said was the rose one is stitched 18 count 2/1. But yeah, the mini virus detected 20 count 2/1. First time of using 20 count. And this week I got 4 hours on it and I did 697 stitches. So I think if you remember last week I had some park threads. So I've literally, let me just see if I can make sure I get all of it in. I just did the park threads and then I started filling in some of like the grey shelf. I was hoping to get this a page finish for August, but I'll work on that in September. But I just love how it's coming out already. And I have to say I really love 20 count Ada as well. It's just, yeah, turning out really lovely. So that was that one. So yeah, what did I do? 4 hours and 697 stitches. So not bad on that one. And then I spent most of my time on my story keep, Life is an Open Book Paris. And this is what it will look like when it's done, if I can get the sheet. And there we go. This one is stitched on 18 count 2/1. Let me show you a bigger picture because you'll see why in a second. So I'm up to about here. And I've done quite a lot on this. So don't even know if I can fit it all in. There we go. I have worked, how much have I done on this one? 1,869 stitches this week, and I've spent 11 hours on it. But you can sort of see the sort of coming together, the sort of man on the horse, or knight on the horse, I should say. So that's this bit just here. I just love the bright colours in it. However, what I don't like about it right now is all the confetti. It's literally 2 stitches of one colour, 2 stitches of another colour, 3 stitches of another colour and change the thread. So it's, yeah, very confetti heavy, this area. But what I have noticed is as I go down here, it's getting into more blocks of colour. But that is where I'm up to. Let me pull it back a bit. That's where I'm up to. I think it looks really good. Actually, when you hold it back far away, I can really see it. When I'm sort of stitching it, I can't see the effectiveness as much, but just holding it back there and seeing it, it just looks amazing. So that's what I've been working on. And just in case anybody doesn't know, I'm racing to get this one finished. I want to get it finished by my birthday in December, because I would love to start the Story Keep Life is an Open Book New York on my birthday, because last year was a special birthday for me and we were hoping to go to New York this year as part of my birthday or big birthday year. But obviously with everything that's gone on in the world, we haven't been able to go, so I thought that would be a sort of alternative to going, would be to start the New York version of that. So I really want to get that finished so I can start it on my birthday. Yeah, so that's why I'm really keen on that one. And also it's my first one, and I always will say it's like my little baby. So my first Heaven and Earth design, that is. So those were the Heaven and Earth designs that I worked on this week. Then I finished off my mother-in-law's birthday card. I was making her a makeup cupcake, which would have looked like this. But then disaster hit. So I'll put a finished picture of what it did look like when it was finished. Well, as you can see, it has got grid lines in the material, and this is the first time of when I'm using these Heaven and Earth designs that, as you can see, let me just grab one. As you can see, that this one, it's got all the grid lines, pre-gridded, easy grid fabric, and this is the first time I've ever used those kind of grid lines. And I made the cupcake card using grid lined fabric, and I washed it exactly how I would normally, so sort of in warm water and with a little bit of washing up liquid, warm water, and just let it soak for like 10-15 minutes. And when I went back to check it, the grid lines were still there, and I was like, oh, they haven't come out. I thought it was meant to come out. So I googled it. I thought, what do I do with this fabric now? So like I say, yeah, googled it, and all over Google was like, put it in the washing machine, 40 degrees, it comes out absolutely fine. The edges might fray a bit, but it's fine. So I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. If that's what Google's saying, that's what, you know, people are recommending. I put it in a pillowcase, put it on a very delicate 40-degree wash, and this is what it came out like. What you can't see, I don't think the camera will show it, it might do, the stitches are all loose here, especially, like the back stitching is all loose. Like I said, I don't know if it comes out so well on the camera, but yeah, it was a bit of a disaster. So I posted it on Instagram, and people said, look, you can save it, just fiddle about with the back stitching and stuff and it'll be fine. And I'm like, nah, don't like it. The material's gone all funny, it's just, no, don't like it. So I'm going to chalk that one up to experience. Never ever do that again. I have to say, in my 25 odd years of stitching, I've never ruined a piece like that. So I am going to be starting that one again for my mother-in-law and stitching it. I did take it to show her and she loved it. So I have promised her another one. But oh, the other thing it doesn't really show on camera as well is it's all lumpy where the material shrunk and the stitches haven't quite caught up with the shrinking. So yeah, just not happy with it. I just wouldn't feel right in giving that as a gift to her. So yeah, I'm going to start that one again. But I did spend 18 hours making that, which I know is a lot of hours, but like I said, I would rather do the 18 hours all over again and give it to her again, really. So yeah, top tip for everybody, don't always follow Google. And yeah, what I have learnt though is that my water probably wasn't hot enough, and that if your grid lines aren't coming out, to make your water hotter, and that they will come out eventually. So yeah, lesson learnt, lesson learnt. So reviewing August then, oh gosh, I just feel like so much has happened in the month of August. At the beginning of August, I didn't realise I would be going back to work in the middle of August. I sort of found that out right at the very beginning, as we started August. I think I underestimated how much it would take to get back into work, all the risk assessments and policies and things like that would need to be rewritten, followed, adhered to, all of that extra work that was needed to get back in. So I did start Arbitrary August, and Arbitrary August was, I think it was originally from Stitchin Mommy, and basically you put all your whips either in a bowl on paper and in a bowl. You can just draw out of a hat, or on some of these apps you can just press and it comes up with a decision. I use the Tiny Decisions app, and basically you just draw each day what you're going to work on. Now I decided to do 3 projects per week, so I decided to do a small project like a cupcake design, medium-sized project like some of my dimensions petites, and then a large one which would have been my heaven and earth. And it was going fine first couple of weeks, but then as I started to really get ready for going back to work, I fell really behind, and I just thought, no, let's just work on what I can work on, and then we will sort something out different for next August. And there were times when I just didn't fancy stitching on what I'd drawn that week, because, as I say, I wanted to maybe stitch on something that was just easy to pick up. Like, you know, when I think about my Paris, my Story Keep Paris, this one, to me that's a really easy one that I can pick up. Some of them were like, the ones that I drew were like new starts, and some of them needed gridding, and yeah, so I kind of abandoned Arbitrary August in the middle of the month, but you know, hey ho. But what I did do was I completed my stitches for Enchanted Stitching Challenges. So those of you that know or have seen some of my earlier videos will know that I'm part of a couple of Facebook groups, one of them being Enchanted Stitching Challenges, which is where they have a Disney film and they post challenges. They do weekly challenges, they do monthly challenges, and then they've got what they call a watch party challenge, which is where you can watch the film while stitching. So in August the film was Princess and the Frog, and in September the film is Inside Out. So I just love the challenges. I always look forward to a Sunday, looking forward to all the challenges coming out. But anyway, in August I did manage, apart from one monthly challenge, I got all of the other challenges done, and it meant I could do a lot of stitching on my Heaven and Earth designs, which I use for the challenges. So yeah, I just love doing that really, and I think that's something I'm really just gonna carry on with. Obviously I did have a finish-ish. I finished this. I did, right way around. I did finish this, but I am actually going to restart it. So that's going to be my new restart. I've got 2 other restarts. I'm going to do another cupcake one as well. A friend of mine has got a birthday coming up next month. So I'm going to be stitching that for them. And then my other restart is a new Heaven and Earth design. And I think many of you know, I always wanted 5 on the go. And I had a bit of an issue with my last one. I was going to be doing Paris Romance by Ruan Manning, and I just didn't like the way it was covering on 25 count. It was very, very light colours in the sky, like light greys, like really light grey, really light blue. And I just didn't like how it was looking 1/1 on 25 count Ada. So I abandoned that project for a bit, and I thought, what am I going to do with the material? And then I saw this design. My boyfriend loved it. He thought I should do it, and you know what, you know, when your partner gives you the thumbs up, you know, that's definitely a green light, isn't it? So I'm going to be starting this one, which is the mini mountain cabin. And I just think, God, how good does that look? Yeah, from a distance. That is by Dominic Davison, and I'm going to be stitching that 25 count 1/1, so that's what I'm going to do with that material. So that's what I'm going to do for September. Gonna have those 3 starts. I nearly finished 3 others in August as well. I nearly finished this one, which is Summer Basket by Ella Morris-Stroh. And then my 2 booties. So I literally stitched the whole of that in August, the blue one. And I already had the pink one. I just need to do the back stitching. That's all I need to do on those 2. And then on this one, just a few more stitches. So I am definitely getting those done for in September, definitely. Right, so the other thing is as well is my goals for my Heaven and Earth designs. Now, I think the middle of August I'd been watching some Flosstube, and I just decided after watching their Flosstube, I think it was Crafty Gaming Jamie, absolutely go and check her out. She's got a fabulous Flosstube channel, and she was setting her goals in percentages because of using Pattern Keeper on her Heaven and Earth designs, and I thought, what a great idea. And I have to say, I started that middle of August and I definitely got more stitches done. So let me tell you what my goals are for the month. Now, I might not hit all these goals. I didn't hit them for the end of August. I did set really huge goals. However, I don't think if I'd have set those huge goals, I would have got as far as I did. So I'm really going to carry that sort of mantra on, really, of setting high goals and really aiming for them, than setting a lower goal and just achieving it easily. So the first one then is my Story Keep, Life is an Open Book Paris, and just show you once again where we're at. And this one is currently at 34.26%. At the beginning of August though, it was at 16%. So I've almost, well, I've done 18% in a month compared to what I've done in about 2, just under 2. 1.5, 2, something like that. Can't remember when I started this one. I've got it written down somewhere. Anyway, my goal for September is to get to 62%, which is 21,893 stitches of the whole design, which means I would need to do another 9,795 stitches. And bear in mind, yesterday I did 1,300. So I didn't think that was too bad a goal, because certainly at weekends I can get more stitching in. The next one is my mini virus detected. So just as a reminder, that's what it looks like. This is Randall Spangler, and I've got 6.3% done. And at the beginning of August it was 2.3, so I've gone up by 4%. And I would love to get that to 10%, and that would mean 8,550 stitches of the total design, and that would mean another 3,163 stitches in that one. My Ornament Healing Rose by Carol Cavaleris, I have done 7.23%, and at the beginning of August it was 1.91. And my goal is to get that to 12%, and that is 5,906 stitches of the whole design, and which is another 2,000, just quickly show you again, another 2,347 stitches in there. And this one I'm going to use for quite a few of the monthly Enchanted Stitching Challenges, and also for Full Coverage Fanatics. I'm part of that Facebook group as well, and every month they choose a different country and you focus on that. And obviously this month it's Norway, and they've got blue and red in their flag, I believe. So I'm going to be focusing on the blue and red colours, and yeah, working on that because it's got blue and red. My next one is the, let me show you, the Faces of Fairy 178 by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. what I commonly call Pink Fairy. And this one has got 2.65% done. Now this was one I started in August, and my goal is to get that to 5%. So that's what I've done of that. Again, I had some parked threads, and I just decided that I would stitch those parked threads. I just really like this, mainly because it's got pink in, if I'm honest. Right, so yeah, goal is to get to 5%, which is 2,509 stitches of the whole design, which is another 1,180 stitches in that one. And then my last one that I'm going to be starting, which is Mini Mountain Cabin by Dominic Davison, that one. And obviously it's not started yet, and my goal is to get that to 5%, which is 3,754 stitches of the whole design, which means I need to do 3,754 stitches. As you can see, got my material ready, got it started of where I'm going to start. I have got a rather big border because I can. I can't fit anything else onto this. I've tried remeasuring and looking at what else I can fit onto it, and I just physically can't fit anything else. So that's why I'm kind of taking up a lot of border on that one. And I might even cut it down a little bit more, yeah, and just stitch on the outside. But I thought, as I've already done a lot of chopping of that material, I would just leave it for now. It's okay for now. So all together then, that is 20,239 stitches, which works out to be 675 stitches per day. And I think for me, that is a very manageable amount. That's basically about 4 hours stitching, roughly, maybe 3 to 4 hours stitching. So I think, yeah, I do think that's quite manageable. And for August, I have done 11,863 stitches, but as I say, most of those came in the last 2 weeks once I'd set those goals. So I really do believe I can achieve that, and I'll keep you updated. But I absolutely love using Pattern Keeper. If you are a stitcher who stitches Heaven and Earth designs, or any kind of full coverage designs, like from Tilton Crafts, or for anywhere like that, honestly, do get Pattern Keeper. I am an Apple product person, and I never thought I would get on with using an Android based tablet, and I really love it. I think I paid £7 for the app, and that's it. There's no other fees. It's just been updated, so now I can import my cupcake chart, or most of my cupcake charts from that I purchased from Etsy. So I really love using Pattern Keeper, and I do think that I stitch a lot more by using Pattern Keeper. So just as a top tip, really. So that's it for this week. Still quite a lot done. Can't wait to show you where I'm at with towards my goals for September next week. And in the meantime, happy stitching and have a great week. Bye for now.